Yes, there we are, guys. It's Sunday. Woohoo! This means another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their lives and their careers and their books and their campaigns. Because I am done with mainstream comics, guys. I'm done with the mainstream, and indie comics is where the talent is and where the fun is, guys. So yeah, all right. How was my day? I've been writing. I've been writing today, which should be normal, but I barely have time. I want to write comics and I barely have time because I need to run campaigns. And when the campaigns are done, I need to do the fulfillment. So yeah, so finally today I sat down to write and I wrote this scene of 4 pages, 4 script pages. It doesn't sound like much, guys, but it was so good. I was so happy with it. And 4 pages is a lot. I write in bursts, right? In short bursts. And then added together, after 2 months, I have a complete script, right? So yeah. All right, guys. I saw that someone was in the chat already and left us a message. It's Mike, fan of GDN, Genuine and Dark Sides Comics. Welcome, Mike. He says, "Hi, Dave. This is another I'll have to catch the replay off work, which will be regular on Sundays. Sucks, but what can you do? Have a great show and day." Thank you very much, Mike. Yeah, you have to work on Sundays. I wished I could stream later, but this is European time. And I think this is a good time also for me to not compete with other streams, right? So I have this unique time slot here. So yeah, hi from the replay, Mike. And Hex Allen is also here. Welcome, Hex. How are you, sir? How are you, Hex? Having a good day, yes. And Agent Zero. Welcome, Agent Zero. Welcome. All right, guys. Today, I have multiple guests. So this is exciting. We're just going to have some fun because this is a group. It's a group. They made this book together. They built this campaign together. So we're going to talk to all of them and see what's going on. And Bad Hunter is a new name. Bad Hunter 115. Howdy, folks. Howdy, Bad Hunter. Welcome. All right, guys. Let's not wait any longer. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, right? So let's welcome them to the show, guys. Where's my... Here it is. Right. So welcome to the show, the entire crew of Rebel Comics. Woohoo! There they are.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello, guys.
Or morning, depending on your time zone, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You're from.
mid-afternoon here, but yeah.
So you guys are from all around the globe.
Yeah.
um,
I guess.
yeah,
I
Right.
I'm in
We're all
Central Europe, so
Central Europe, right? David, where are you from?
U.S.
yeah.
Right,
Eastern.
U.S.
and Lynn also. Right.
Mhm.
I could call you Lynn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. Great. Okay. Welcome, guys. So yeah. Okay. So to be fair, I know a little bit about your book, about your campaign, because I saw it, I browsed through it, right? But I don't know much, so uh, I would like to know a little bit about you, why you started this, how you met, you know. So David, would you tell us who you are and what you do with comic books?
Well, this is my very first book that I've ever written. I'm the writer and creator of Rogue. Um, I've always wanted to do my own comic book. Been wanting to do it since I was a kid, and just seeing all the indie creators such as yourself and all the other people who are doing it, it really was an inspiration to finally be like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it, even though I've never before. I'm going to do it,
Yeah,
and
that's how these things start, man.
yeah.
Just do it, you know.
And I messaged on Twitter and I'm like, I'm going to write my very first comic. I'm like, how do I do this? I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's right.
And I started just writing. My story, the story of Rogue, was heavily inspired and based around my favorite movies growing up as a kid, which were Escape from New York and L.A. and Mad Max. Those were my two favorite movies growing up as a kid. Just
All
love
right.
those movies. I still watch them today every couple
So
months.
Mad Max, and what was the other?
Escape from New York, John Carpenter's
Right.
Escape
All
from New
right.
York, and
So
L.A.
yeah. All
Yeah,
right. So we know what kind of vibe you like, right?
yeah.
Uh, I
And
saw one
then
sec. I saw in the chat. I saw OK Comics as someone with a very minor involvement in this project. I'm happy to see you got your stream
yeah,
finally.
yes, he actually did. He did some sticker perks for the campaign, and they came out absolutely beautiful.
Right.
They're extra perks that they're stickers that you can actually just purchase for the campaign, and they're on FundMyComics.
Great. All
We're going to
right.
be running. We're actually going to be running on 3 campaign sites at the same time.
What?
We're
That's
doing
crazy.
we're doing FundMyComics, Kickstarter, and Indiegogo. Kickstarter, I just finished the campaign. It's going in for review now, and then
Mhm.
I have to start on the Indiegogo one. And
Right.
each campaign has its own exclusive cover
Oh
and
wow.
exclusive perks.
Oh wow. Welcome, OK Comics, and I saw Vengeance Productions also here. Welcome, welcome.
Yep. Vengeance did all my logos. He did all the logos for the.
Oh wow, really
Yep.
great. Hojo, welcome, Hojo. Hojo asks, are there any interior pages or panels? Yes, sir. We're going to look
Oh,
at
I
those.
sent you so much
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes, there are. I'm about halfway done. It still
Oh,
feels so
you're
much.
the artist, right? So guys, I don't know the roles exactly. So now I learned David is the writer, Kitty is the artist, right?
I'm the artist, yes.
Yes.
And I am pretty much just the cosplayer. I got contacted by Dave to pretty much do the cosplay for the main character, Rogue. And we're going to do like a cosplay cover for the comic. And I said, heck yeah,
Yay. That's
I'm down for this.
fantastic.
I am a cosplayer. That's actually what I do for a living is I
That's
cosplay.
your job, really?
Yeah.
Holy
um,
shit. I didn't know
So,
people could do that.
like cosplaying and modeling, that's what I do for a living. And
Wow.
a big part of it is like fitness modeling and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just the model.
Right.
Yeah, I found her Twitter account and saw a lot of her cosplay pictures, and I mean, she was built perfectly of just how I pictured my
Right.
character
Yes.
look. And
Ooh.
I contacted her and I was like, "Hey, you ever do a comic book cover before?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "You want to do one?"
Yeah, so this has been a really good opportunity for me because I have been modeling for, I have like 12 years of experience in modeling, but I haven't done anything quite like this. So, oh, hey!
Yeah, you got
You
fans. You got some fans.
You rock as well, man. Um,
Mr. Dan Plagle. Dan Plagle is here. Welcome. Welcome, Dan.
hello.
So
Hello.
you do cosplay. You do so do you often get like people approaching you to cosplay their characters for specific projects?
This has actually been well, the second time somebody has approached me, but not the first time somebody has approached me and like we really like where it was legit. You know, because
Okay.
I had somebody about a year or so ago, a couple years ago, actually approach me and ask to cosplay as one of their characters, and I was all for it. But
Mhm.
I also one of the things about it is that if it's your character and you're coming to make cosplay, it is very time consuming and it's very expensive.
Yes, absolutely.
And um, the like Dave here actually offered, you know, he's like, hey, how much to, you know, how much would you charge to do a cosplay? Pretty much all I said was, well, you know, just I got to kind of figure out the materials and everything I need, and then let you know how much that costs. He pretty much funded that. So
Right.
I was really thankful. When you, the first person that approached me, was just really kind of sketchy and didn't really like offer any kind of compensation. Was just wasn't
Right.
even like there was just it was just really sketchy. So
Yes.
um, this isn't this has been a really good opportunity for me. It's been legit, and I've had a lot of fun. Everybody's been super patient with me because I got a lot of other projects and things going on as well. But everybody's been super patient with me and super cool. So yeah, thanks
Wow.
guys.
What a cool project. Ammo Stockpile is in the chat. Welcome. And Hojo says she could pull off a perfect 10. Something to think about. Right. So, but David, you got lucky in this case that you got this character
Yeah.
with a costume that is like not too complicated, right? You don't have to make a lot of special items for it, right?
When I sent her the character sheet of it, she was like, "I have most of this stuff." I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
"Yeah." I was like, "It's
yeah.
like,
Oh,
yeah, I wasn't making something super hard." I was like, "I picked the Daisy Duke style shorts and a wife beater." I was like, "Yeah, so."
perfect.
Right. It was
Yeah,
something.
it's a good thing you rejected my initial designs. They were a lot more complicated.
Oh, I mean, if we show the original designs, like a cowboy hat, like huge trench coats and boots,
Can we show them?
like all this stuff.
Actually, I'm actually working on compiling them right now for a
Oh, great.
portfolio of mine. I could send that to you if you wanna.
We already have a lot to show, guys. You sent me so much stuff, right? So
Oh yeah, I mean, we sent him everything. I mean, like,
that's cool. That's
oh,
cool.
here's this.
Perfect.
Like, okay, I got enough. Like, you guys can stop.
I was like, this David guy, he really loves his own book, man, and that's fantastic. You need that, man. You need to sell your book with the passion that you do, right?
Yeah,
And you bring all your team also. That's amazing,
I
right?
mean, like everybody who's worked on this has
Mhm.
put in a huge, dedication to this. Like, no one's looking at this as just like a paycheck. I'm like, yeah, okay, here it is. Like, we're done. Like, everybody from everybody here to everybody that's done commission work for me for perks, covers, coloring. Like everybody has just put in this huge dedication and really enjoyed it. And everybody has been working together. So like everybody clicked together who worked from artists to colorers to logo designers. Everybody clicked and just was, I just sat back and like, yeah, just send it to them. Okay. I didn't have to do anything. All I do was write the story. And I'm like, all right, you guys got the rest now.
Right. Dave is an awesome guy to work with. Hands down, one of the best experience I've ever had working with a comic book creator. That's
Thank
good
you,
to hear,
sir.
right? That's good.
I can
Dave,
agree to that.
did you have trouble finding the right team, or did you just immediately had the right crew together?
It took me a while. Like I started just messaging people on Twitter for artists, and I messaged a lot of commission artists, and they were like, nah, I don't do comics, man. I just do pinups and that's it. I don't do comics. And then I messaged some comic book artists, but their work is amazing, but they were like, yeah, I'm $150 a page. I'm like, no, I can't afford $150 a page. I'm like, I would love to.
Right.
Like, no, I can't afford that. And I met Kitty the same way I met Lynn. I saw his work. I messaged him. I'm like, hey, did you ever do a comic book for? He's like, no. You want to do one? And it was, sure. Okay, we're doing this.
Oh, that was a really fun day. When you messaged me, I was at work actually. Like my colleague was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I need to think." I was sitting in a restaurant at a balcony and was like, "Okay, what do I do now?" Because I should answer that immediately. Like this is like a once in a lifetime thing. Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Right.
Go big or go home.
And then I met Elon Mudd when I was writing the book and I was looking for editors. He literally just messaged me and he let me send him my first draft of my story, and we went through it together. He started giving me suggestions, and he's been working with me since day one of this project. It took me like 4 months to convince him to be my editor, even though he was doing all the work of an editor. He's like, nah, I don't want to be an editor. I'm like, dude, you're being an editor now because you're editing my story. I was like, you're an editor. It's like, nah, I don't want to be an editor. I'm like, just be my damn editor. Say it.
Right. He didn't want the credit.
Yeah, he was just like, nah, I'm cool just doing this, man. I'm like, just whatever.
Sure.
But
editors are very, very important, man, and kudos to you, by the way, for contacting him and bringing him on. Many writers think they just can do it themselves, right?
Nah.
So where did you learn how to write, by the way?
I didn't. I did not learn how to write. I
just
never
started, and we'll see where things go.
Yeah, I never took a class. I am the worst speller in the world. Kitty will tell you that right now.
Yes,
he is.
Like I'm native German speaking, and I had to correct an American on how to use the English language.
Oh yeah, I'm horrible. I basically just took everything that I loved from the 80s and 90s of movies and comics and cheesy one-liner action movies and put it all in one book.
Sure. Everything you love in one story, right?
Yes. You know, I used to be a mainstream comic guy. I collected for over was at the comic book store 3 times a week. And lately just nothing good anymore. And I buy indie books nonstop. That's all I buy.
Was that one of the reasons you decided to start your own book? Because you kind of fell out of love with what you used to read?
Yeah, and it was a huge inspiration seeing just people, who were never writers like myself, who were just like, yo, I got a cool story in my head. I'm gonna, you know, and especially how much crowdfunding has blown up, you know, and all the platforms that have been opening up and how huge it is now. And it was like, okay, like, good, I'll do it.
Why not? Yeah, let's try
And
this.
then and then I had to sit and ask her. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna write a comic, even though I don't know how to write. I'm gonna write a comic book, and she's like, okay. I'm like, cool.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. You need a supportive partner. You know, it's very, very important. I know also my entire house is filled with boxes, and my partner is very understanding and supportive, and that's so important. So yeah.
Plus, when I was done writing every draft or so, I got her to read it to me, and she played all the characters' voices, so it was really cool.
Oh wow, your own voice actor. Great.
Nice.
Welcome, David Feed. How are you, man? And Dark Side is Comics is also here, guys. Sign up to Dark Side is Comics YouTube channel for daily comic book reviews.
Huh.
Okay,
All
Comics says you also need to be able to handle a very specific body type to draw. Yeah, she's a bit buff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, luckily that's my specialty. So.
Right. Excellent. So this is your first ever comic, Kitty.
Yes, it is. It actually is. I mean, I've drawn one when I was in high school. Like back then, traditionally on paper, it was like a friend of mine made some fan fiction for a video game, and I gifted him that as a birthday present. But other than that, never. So that was kind of the interesting decision back in the day, where it was like, okay, do I want to do this? Am I actually capable of doing this? How much am I gonna charge?
Exactly.
Jesus. Okay, no, but like Dev said, so screw it. Let's just do it. See what happens.
Right.
So I read a lot of comics. So I mean, I'm more a manga guy than a Western comic guy. So I draw my inspiration from that more heavily. But I mostly just do what I think is cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
it has to look cool. Right?
I sent him a rough draft of the script, and I was like, is this something that you could get into? Is this something you would enjoy drawing? If it's not, let me know, because I want you to enjoy it too. I want you to have fun with this. And he read the first script, and he was like, yeah, I can get into this. This is fun. This is cool. I could have a lot of fun with this. I'm like, okay, just do what you do then.
Fantastic.
I've really learned to let my artists, cosplayers, everybody, it's like, listen, I'll give you a description of what I want. You're the professional. You know what to do. I'm like, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job and how to do this and how to do that. No.
Right.
You guys are the professionals. This is your field. You know what works. So go at it.
Exactly. That's why you hire them, right?
Yeah.
Right. I have so many questions for all of you. I don't want to forget anyone, right? So yeah, let's see. Bad Hunter says Rogue the Musical coming in 2027. That would be
Let's
awesome.
go. Lid will play the main role, of course.
So Lynn, what's the plan with your cosplay? Will there be prints, or will you appear on conventions for something?
So, I do believe that we agreed that I was going to sign the copies that I'm going to be on, and whoever gets a copy will have it signed by me.
Great. But your photo, will it be in the book or
Yes.
Right. Okay, great. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. It's gonna be one. She's gonna be on the cover, and then I'm also gonna have. I think I'm gonna have a 6x9 mini print of another picture of her. Yes, so there'll be extras, and everything will be signed by her.
6x9. I feel it needs to be bigger, right? It needs to.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking wall size poster,
Right. we have a request. I think Dave, show that dope shirt. Oh, you have a dope shirt.
Oh,
This is
Oh
my
yeah.
fiance here got me this for Christmas.
I made it. I made it.
She made it for me and got it. And it's one of the covers for Rogue.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, we have a question from Agent Zero. Why is the titular character named Rogue?
Well, I just like the name, and she's definitely a rebellious person who doesn't follow the rules, doesn't go with the flow, and pretty much just does what she wants.
Exactly.
Pretty much a definition of a badass.
Yeah. And
Right.
I mean, like, I tossed around with names a lot, and like I think the first name I came up with her was like the Dixie Rebel, and like I was really around names, and I was just like, yeah, that's a badass name. I was like, one name, no first name, no last name, just one.
And I think he went around
simple and to the point.
Yeah.
And I think he went around and thought, like, is this too generic? But then if you really, really, really review the character and really see the type of personality and attribute she has, she's so very different than any other rogue that you have out there. So I think it's really excited. I think people are going to be really excited to read about her.
Yes. Oh, David, you are so lucky even to have a partner that knows what you are working on, and you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rare,
She she definitely even helped out a lot of the story. I'm writing it and I'd be reading it to her, and she came up with a lot of good ideas for the story and contributed to it. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, guys, let's dive into your campaign, right, into your story. So let's start with a little promo.
Welcome to the new American order. Please be advised of the following. No freedom of religion. No red or processed meat. No smoking or alcohol usage. All civilians over 16 years of age must work a minimum of 40 hours per week. Anyone in violation of the new American policies will be deported or executed. Thank you and enjoy your stay. Sugar, your rules are starting to piss me off.
Woo! What a banger! Cool.
Oh, yeah.
You did the voice.
That was your voice?
That is my voice.
Oh, nicely done.
You have a nice voice.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it's perfect for the character. Yeah,
I
exactly.
was just totally having fun with it. Just totally having fun.
And then I had my best friend. He did the music for it. I told him, I said, there was only one condition that he could write it, that he could play the music, and that was if he played it on his deemed Dixie Rebel guitar.
Mhm. Right.
So he wrote that. He wrote the music for me, and
Oh, wait.
Uh,
That was the
and-
wrong one.
it was awesome.
Wait, I have to find this one. I have to find this one. This is it. Rogue.
There it is.
There you go. So this campaign is not live yet, right? When
No,
when
it
does it start?
launches July 26th.
26th.
Mm-hmm.
And it launches together with the other platforms.
Yep, it's going to be launching all three together at the same time.
Wow. You're going to get busy, man.
I'm hoping.
It's about time you get busy too.
Listen, I spent all that time writing that thing. All right.
Right.
You know how many drafts I went through.
Yeah, I think we had 8 drafts.
Yeah, 8 drafts. I would send him a draft and say, okay, this is the final draft. I'm all done. It's all set. like literally like the next day, be like, oh, by the way, I rewrote this page, and I changed the entire ending of the story. Here's the new draft.
Wow. So did you change things through feedback from Kitty or through the editor?
A lot of things through feedback from Kitty, from Elon, from my fiance, and also just my ADD of just waking up at 3 a.m. going, I got an idea.
Yeah.
And waking her up going, what? Like nothing.
Okay, Comic says she sounds like someone fun to pit against Judge Dredd.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one.
Yeah.
I was actually also thinking about doing a little drawing of her battling Arnie or something, but I
Right,
haven't gotten
yes.
around to doing that yet.
Yeah. It has that feel, right? So who did this artwork right here?
That came from Lupison. I met him just messaging artists and going, hey, I really like your work. Do you want to do a cover for me? Sure. So he did all for the main cover for Rogue. He did all the covers for Rogue. I sent him, everything was a homage cover. I sent him some of my favorite covers as a kid growing up, and he banged them out. And then Simon's Harry was the one that did all the coloring for them. And that piece there is actually a special promo piece. It's a 6x9 print, and that is $1 for the first 50 backers when the campaign launches.
Oh, cool. Excellent. We have a question. Is Rogue a bodybuilder?
I mean,
technically, no.
She's definitely athletic, and she.
The model is.
Model, yeah.
The model is, yeah.
But it's not. It's not like the
model
character is modeled after you, right? But you just fit the picture.
Yeah, she literally like fit the picture. Like I saw, like I said, like I saw her cosplay costumes, and she not only had the physique, but in all her pictures, she had such a badass look on her. I was like, okay, you look like a badass. I'm like, you look like somebody that's just gonna be like, hey, screw you.
Oh,
so far, she seems really.
So I was just like, yeah, you have that look of the badass.
Right. So Kitty, is this your art?
Yes, this is mine.
Yes.
Which cover is this an homage to again? Some Captain America voices Wolverine thing.
Comics Captain America Annual 8. That's actually again another special promo piece. I've teamed up with the comic creator of Melvin, who also has a campaign launching in July on FundMyComics. And if you back a physical copy of my book and a physical copy of his book, you will get that 6x9 print absolutely free.
Right.
Yeah,
nice.
he texted me like I don't know when it was, 2 months ago or something. Like,
yeah.
Could you do this?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, yes, but you do know that I have a deadline with the pages, right?
Oh, yeah. I was always like, dude, you got to hurry up and finish this stuff. Oh, by the way, stop doing that and work on this quick poster.
Yeah,
like,
that's how these things go.
But, like, well, hurry up and get it done.
Right.
Hey, I got it done.
You
I
did.
mean, I think it took 3 days or something.
Yeah, it was about 3 days.
I like to say that I'm very slow, but I'm not sure about that because people tell me that I'm fast. I don't know.
No,
right.
it was about 3 days. It was about 3 days.
So 3 days per page or what?
What?
No,
Oh God, no. I mean, it depends on the page, but
yeah,
like a normal page where I have like let's say backgrounds in 1, 2, maybe 3 panels takes me in total 3 to 4 hours. The good thing is I have the sketching already done, so I just have to ink over it and apply textures. But
right.
then we have something like, "Oh, here is the Marriott Marquis in New York." So, okay, this will take a while.
Yeah. Now I have to Google
Yeah,
it. Damn it.
that day.
Yeah. Right.
Like he didn't know what that thing looked like when he put it in the script. He only realized it when
Yeah.
I showed him the finished page.
Right.
I just Googled. He messaged me and he was like, "Dude, did you even look out the size of this hotel?" I was like, "No, I didn't look at it. I just Googled best hotels in New York City. That's all I did, dude. I took that name." He goes, "You didn't look at it?" No, not at all. Why? What's up?
So the story takes place in New York City, but a destroyed version of it.
Yes. So the premises of the story is that America has fallen, and due to its second civil war, and society has broken down, the government is gone, and most of the U.S. is destroyed from nuclear war and just pure out fighting. And
Right.
then a new regime, which is called the NAO, which stands for the New American Order, has seized control and taken over what's left of the United States. And they run the country with extreme far left, far right, and a little mix of communism law. And anybody who does not comply or follow their rules are either executed or banished to the wastelands of what used to be America. And
Kind of makes sense that this takes place in New York.
well, yeah, yep.
And coming from the East Coast too. So I mean,
Right.
that's...
Right.
And with the threat of another war looming over, Rogue is mankind's only and hope for true freedom and peace. But the question is, does she even care anymore at this point?
Right. But is she one of a movement? Is there this movement, or is
No,
she just solo?
she is just solo. She doesn't care for either side. She does not care for anything anymore.
All right.
She has turned her back and been done with and done with it all.
Right. So what does she fight for? What is the motivation of the character?
Well, that's a little secret. You got to read more of the book, and I don't want to give away too much of the secret.
Well, she basically gets blackmail. Let's break it down to that.
To help the president, Catherine Vanderbilt, who's the new president and leader of what's left of America.
This is the president.
Yes.
Right.
She gets blackmailed by her to go after Chad, who is trying to start another war again.
Mm-hmm.
And she sends Rogue to kill him in a black team.
And she starts a war with what? With another country?
No, just the residents of the wastelands want to rebel and come and take back their country. And,
right.
But
by the way, this Tim Vigil cover is great.
Oh, I can't believe I got him. Believe me, I was so shocked when I got him. Like, because
wow,
he doesn't do Twitter. He doesn't do any social media at all. And I just Googled him and I found his website and it said commission works and it said email him. And I'm like, okay. And I emailed him. I'm like, I'm doing my very first book. I grew up loving all your artwork. I was like, I was throwing myself on the floor at him. And I was like, could you maybe do a cover for me? And I was like, okay, there's no way Tim Vigil's going to do a cover for me. I'm like, not some first time indie comic guy. I was like, there's no way he'll even respond to me.
Yeah.
And he messaged me back like 2 days later. He's like, tell me about your book and send me some pictures. I was like, okay. So I gave him a quick little speech about the book. And then I sent him a bunch of the artwork that I had from Kitty and other commissioned artists. And it was the coolest thing. He messaged me back and he was like, yo, your character is Booty Badass.
Booty Badass, yeah.
And I was like, can I use that as a quote in my book? He's like, yeah, you can use that as a quote. And I was like, he goes, yeah, I'll do a cover for you. I was like, okay. He goes, I'm going to draw her subduing a guy with her ass on his face. I was like, I am not going to tell you what to do. You do whatever you want.
Yeah. All right. If that's what you want to do, okay.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? You can draw a lot worse. I've seen your artwork in your books. Yes. I know how bad you could get.
Welcome, Aries Dark. Welcome. A few new names today. This is awesome. Please sign up, guys. That's great. Thank you so much for showing up. Some more art. This is from you, Kitty.
This is from me. Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is also a variant cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. Really I drew this. This was like 4 months ago or something.
Yeah.
I draw so much nowadays. I keep forgetting things.
Did you also do the coloring?
Yes, I did everything.
Wow.
Like I like to color my own thing. Although I wasn't confident back then that I would be able to pull off the lighting like that. I'm so happy I managed it somehow.
Yeah, the lighting really came out beautiful on that. It really did. Yeah,
so,
he was a little unsure of himself when we started this project, and I was like, yeah, dude, your work is good. Just keep going. And he's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. It's good. It's beautiful. Right. Keep going. It's okay. And now he's, super confident. I was like, oh, dude, that's beautiful. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like,
yeah. Welcome, Dr. Rhino. Welcome, sir. We're looking at Rogue, the American Dream. So the title is Rogue, right? Because that's the character name, and the American Dream is the title of the saga?
Yes.
So how many books are these?
Well, so far I have the one. It's a 120-page graphic novel.
120?
120 pages, yes.
Holy shit.
I started writing it. It was only supposed to be 60. And then I got up to 65, and I'm like, okay, I'll do 80. Then I got to 85. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do like 95. And then it was, okay, you know what? I'm just going to keep going.
This is that moment kept waking up and re-editing.
Yeah. The first day I was going to split it into 2 books. But then I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? This might be a one and done. I'm not sure. It depends on how well the campaign goes. So this might be a one and done. I was like, so I want to tell the full story. It definitely leaves it open at the end for a book 2, which I have parts of it written in my head already. Right. And I've already talked to Kitty about them. Like, oh, dude, for book 2, we're going to do this and we should do this. And he's like, will you let me finish book 1? Please.
Dr. Ryan says, the waifu has summoned me.
And I already talked to Lynn too. And I'm like, oh, if we do book 2, I was thinking we could do this. Maybe we could do this. She's like,
right.
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, I definitely be game for that.
Yeah. Welcome, Chris.
So I would need a break.
By the way, David, reach out to a Red Dress Press to see if you can go on his channel.
Wait, on what?
Red Dress Press, right here.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, Kitty, is it a coincidence that these bullet holes look a bit like breasts?
Yeah. Yes. That is absolutely a coincidence. That thought never crossed my mind, actually.
Right.
That is absolutely a coincidence. No, I just
I can't unsee
it. I actually do not remember what my reference was for that, because okay, bullet holes in the wall. How does this actually look like?
Well, this is fantastic art, man. I really like it.
I think Dave actually gave me a reference for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dave knew. You knew, David. Come on. And then we have a... Is this the main cover?
But no, absolutely a coincidence. I had to
Yeah, that's
This is the main cover.
That will be available on all 3 platforms. That's the standard main cover of the book.
All right. OK Comics says, based on my experience, Dave is a pleasure to work with. Knows exactly what he wants, gives you all the reference you need, except for the building that you had to look up, right? And then let you do your thing. So,
Yeah.
Lynn,
Yes.
did you have to make special items for the costume?
Yes, actually.
What was the most difficult?
Well, I don't know if really anything was exactly difficult. Well, except for like the knee guards, because we had to start over on that a couple times, to get the shape right. But it wasn't overall that difficult, because they used the Eva foam that a lot of cosplayers use to craft like armor and things like that. So I just had to take some measurements on my knees, and I had some elastic, and got some of that elastic out and attach it to the foam. But before doing all that, I had to also prime the foam to get it ready to paint, because if I don't do that and I put paint over it, it's just gonna soak up all the paint like a sponge. So I had to prime it and put like a layer over it so that it sticks. And from there it was pretty easy. And I did end up, like, for the wig, because originally I got more of like a red that's kind of like here in the picture. But then I decided, if I'm gonna be doing also more of like a live action version, I did end up getting a more natural red color.
Yes.
And let's see. Yeah, a lot of these things that like I already had in my closet, like the shorts, the top, even like the stocking for the leg. And I did have to I went out and bought some gloves. Well, with the money that was funded to me to help go towards it. But had to buy boots. Let's see what else. There were several materials that I had to buy, but overall it wasn't anything that was overly complicated or like we're just out of this world expensive.
Wow.
You know.
When can we see something with you in the getup?
Okay, so do we have? Because I already have some pictures.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Thing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I was like I honestly was blown away by it, Lynn. Like,
oh, thank you.
Man, like 100%.
I still have some pictures that I am working on editing that will be released very soon. I just had a couple days where I had to rest. I just wasn't really feeling that great. But I just have a few more pictures that will be released, but I already do have a handful that are ready. That...
All right. All right. Let's end this moment right now.
Hold them up.
Screen.
Yeah. How do I?
So
I'm not sure how this is possible with the new.
I've never done anything like this.
No. Usually it was possible to just present a like your window. Nowadays you have to show links. So it's...
I think I might be able to figure this out.
Right.
Let me just pull up the pictures really quick.
Sure. Great. By the way, guys, there's a sign up page. So because you're collecting signups right now, right?
Yep.
You have your own MailChimp page for that. It's linked it's pinned in the chat, guys. So check it out. Yes.
And if you sign up early, I got a free sticker for everyone who signs up early.
And wow. Fantastic.
A copy of the book, there's a free sticker that everyone will get.
Right. I can show people the sign up for a moment. Let me see.
Yeah.
Is that
So if
this
I
one?
send you some of her pictures through Twitter, would you be able to post them up?
Yeah. I can show websites and stuff. I can't really show pictures like that. So this is
Okay.
what the sign up page looks like, right? So which cover is this?
That cover is done by Mike. I Was Trending. He's the artist from US Assassin.
Oh, right. McMahon.
Yeah, and I contacted him and I was like, "Will you do a cover for me?" And he's like, "Sure." And I always let my artists, especially cover artists, I let them pick the covers that they like. I sent him like 4 or 5 different covers that again just meant the world to me as a kid growing up. And I let them pick which one they wanted. And he picked the New Mutants 87 homage cover. He's like, "I'm gonna do this one." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "I'm not gonna argue with you."
Yeah, it's very very recognizable layout.
I gave him the character sheets of Rogue and the villains in the picture, and just let me know when you're done.
All right, great, fantastic.
I might have a. I'm still trying to figure this out. I might have a
Sure.
picture.
And if it doesn't work, you can just send it to my Twitter and
Yes,
we'll do it then. But yeah, looks nice. People, sign up, please. Check it out. It's also in the description of the video. Check it out, guys. And Bad Hunter says, "Fucking love the throwback style." Vengeance Production says, "Hey Lynn, if you need any help with photo editing, let me know. Or Dave, I'm more than happy to help out."
Okay. I've actually been doing a lot of the edit, tutorials online, and I have done some pretty amazing stuff so far. But yeah, if I need any pointers, I will definitely let you know. I'm gonna pull up my phone and actually, since for some reason
this is the draw. I'm not sure which one this is. Cover A, cover B. Which one is this? I don't know. Let's just. Oh wait. Oh, we have some covers. Wait, I'm browsing through some things here.
That one is. Those are the extra sticker perks. I had those done by a commissioned artist online.
Right.
So those are actually going to be die cut stickers that you can purchase along with the campaign, because apparently everybody loves stickers. I asked people on Twitter. I was like, "Hey, what's everybody's favorite kind of perk?" And I was thinking everybody would like 6x9 prints and stuff like that. And everybody was like, "Stickers." I'm like,
yeah,
stickers.
yeah, you can't go wrong with stickers, man.
So those are just extra add-ons that you can get on the campaign. God, it's horrible. I can't remember the person's name now.
Right.
All right, I have sent 3 pictures so far to your Twitter.
All right, let me check it out. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Let's see. All right, one sec, guys. Let me open this. This is a nice one. Share the screen, and I think, yes, this is it. Look at this. That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, I did. As you can see, I have a lot of tattoos. I actually used concealer to put over my tattoos, and then with Photoshop, I went in and kind of removed any other little bits that showed through, just to make the cosplay more accurate.
Oh, you have tattoos. That'll make your job a little bit more difficult, right?
Yeah, it makes it challenging, but instead of painting my whole like if let's just say for example I was going to do like an unnatural skin color like green or blue or something like that. Instead of using body paint, it's so much easier and less time consuming and more cost effective to use tattoo concealer to put over the tattoos and then take the pictures, pull them up in Photoshop, and just kind of blend everything in. And it makes it a lot easier because I have edited out my tattoos for a cosplay from scratch. And let me tell you, it took days just to edit one photo. So this is something that helps. And like, hey, don't get me wrong, I love my tattoos, but I love cosplay as well. And sometimes, like for pictures, I want to make it like as accurate as I can possibly make it. So yeah, I will go in and like I'll remove the tattoos for a character.
Sure. Fantastic. It's looking good. 58 Underground. Welcome. Great to see all these awesome indie creators. Artwork looks awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep. All right. Let's find another picture.
I have a couple more to send, I think.
Wait, yeah, we have a lot to go through. So let's do one more from the cosplay, and then we take a look at some art from Kitty.
Yeah, I don't do technology very well. I've already gone through one tablet and one cell phone already during this project. Going, well, that doesn't work. Well, crap, now I need a new phone and tablet. That didn't work either.
That's also cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love that.
Right.
And yeah, you can choose, like I said, I have a few other photos left to quickly edit and send, and then you can just figure out which one you want to use. I don't have one that I particularly think. It's your comic, man. Choose which one you want to use.
Well, that's actually gonna be the hard part. I'm like,
yeah. Tough choice, man. So do you make these pictures at your home? Do you have this studio thing set up?
Yeah, actually, I recently just got my own camera and some photography equipment, and I set it up in my home, and that's how I did those. I do normally work with photographers, but I don't always have access to them, with life, basically. So it really helps to be able to do some of these things on my own.
Right. Right. They're all good, says Bad Hunter. So yeah, use them all.
Expensive too.
Right.
Great. Fantastic. Looks fantastic, guys. Cool project.
Just a few things you sent me already. I'm just like, I gotta pick them now. I'm like, oh my god, this is tough.
Yeah, I think we have. These are from Kitty, I think. Let me see. Present. Share the screen. Is that this? No, is that this? This is it. Yes. Kitty, these are yours?
No, actually, those are from. Those are the extra stickers from OK Comics.
All right. Right. Nice.
Yeah, he did those for me, which are available on FundMyComics as extra add-ons. And they're going to be die-cut stickers. Again, I sent him homage poses. The one with the gun is from Deathstroke, Wolverine, and the last one with the baseball bat is actually the She-Ra pose that I sent him.
All right, She-Ra. Coolness.
And those are good.
OK Comic says thanks. Yes, well done, man.
On and get.
Well done. All right. Then we have something with interior work that we can show.
Oh, that will definitely be something from me, yes.
Yes, that's from Kitty. I want to show something from the book. Let me see. Pages. There we go. Interior pages. So these will be colored, right?
No, actually, the
No?
book's gonna be black and white.
Black and white. Okay.
I actually like black and white. I think it shows the artwork off and details a lot better than color, and it also helps set the tone a lot of times for books.
And it also saves me a lot of time.
Sure, of course.
And money from printing, yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No,
it's a good thing because I'm also, when it comes to I always wanted to draw a comic as well. That's like my end game, drawing my story. And since I have more of a manga background, like black and white is more my thing when it comes to that. Like I like doing colors, but when it's something like this, especially with this many pages, I like to play a lot with textures and just different gradients of black and gray.
Yeah,
Right.
Because there's lots of things you can do with that, and I think it's different. I'll probably do something in color too in the future. I don't know, in 10 or 20 years. But for now, I'm a black and white person, at least when it comes to comics.
Yeah, and when we were talking about backgrounds and stuff, I was like, don't worry about backgrounds. I was like, dude, go look up Rob Liefeld. He didn't draw backgrounds for 20
We are not doing some Rob Liefeld shit here. We're doing this for real. This is my first project, and I know from myself whenever I read a comic, and when there's parts of the art that is skipped without purpose, like there are things like white space, but they have to be used deliberately, and that always turns me off. When I don't want to use the word lazy, but for a lack of a better word, I'm going to use it. I don't like lazy art.
But I mean, you know what I'm talking about with Rob Liefeld. I mean, if you look at all his old books, none of them had backgrounds. It was a squiggly line and some, wind blowing in the background. But he made it work. It worked perfectly for all his stories. You didn't even notice it.
No, I give 100% an extra, so you get backgrounds.
Yes, you get what you pay for, man. Come on.
Exactly.
Welcome, Bristolian Dave. All right, me Barris. Great. So, are you jumping from page to page, Kitty? Because some
yes, I am.
Really
it depends on my mood. Like sometimes I have days where I think I don't want to draw this, but I'm really into drawing the main character models. So most of the time I'm working in advance, drawing all the main characters, and then adding the minor things, all the extras like the basic goons and stuff, because designing basic goons is harder than designing main characters, because you have to make them look generic enough so that they don't distract, but you cannot just make them all look the same, because that's also distracting. So I'm actually having difficulty with drawing extras sometimes. But like main character models, that's always a fun thing to do, so I always draw them first. And things like extras, background textures is usually something where I'm like, I'm not in the mood for anything today, but I should do something. Okay, let's just draw this background here, or draw these textures there, or add some lines here.
I see you're also already drawing in the word balloons, the text balloons, right?
Yep.
So,
these are actually the very first thing that I'm drawing on each page, because when the balloons are there, I'm like, okay, this is the space where I do not have to draw anything.
And that was a little difficult when I first was writing this, because I didn't even know how to write in comic book form. So my first drafts were all written in like basically story mode, like a regular book.
It was barely a treatment, actually.
And I started writing in comic book form, and I said like the first couple pages, he messaged me back. He goes, No, you cannot have 3 paragraphs of dialogue and 7 panels on one page. I'm like,
no, 7 panels is stretching it, right?
You can't no, I cannot. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to edit this a little bit.
JTT Arts, welcome. So so you drew in the text balloons and then the art around it. So if you remove the balloon, there's nothing behind it, right?
There is nothing behind it. Yes, I'm cheating. I'm saving time.
Yeah, but what if the text changes? So you need more space or less space, or what happens?
I told him once I start drawing the pages, we do not change anything major
Right.
at all because
Rick,
I in my storyboard I set in the text is in the bubbles in the storyboard, so I know how big each bubble has to be.
Right.
And I told him we will not change that because I tried out everything and the size of the bubbles works as they are. If we change something, only minor things.
Yeah, we did a full when he did rough draft of all the pages with the word bubbles, and he knew how much he was going to do and what the dialogue was going to be, and then excuse me, and then we did a final read through with all of it, with her doing the voices, and we changed any kind of wording or anything like that. So then everything was finalized, and he like double checked me. He goes, "Are you sure now this is it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." He goes, No, this is it. I'm sure. You're gonna tell me you thought of something else. This is it.
Right.
So think really hard on this.
Great. All right, guys, stop the screen. I think that was a good sneak peek at the interior work. Right, we've seen some covers. We've seen some awesome pictures from Lynn in the cosplay outfit. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Guys, if you're watching, the link to the sign up page is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Please sign up. They're going live the 26th, right?
Yep, 26.
26.
And
then you're going live on FundMyComic and Indiegogo, Kickstarter, the whole shebang.
All three.
Right. Exactly. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be excellent. And if you're watching and you have your own YouTube channel and you need some guests, reach out to these people. Let's promote them and their wonderful project. So Kitty, David, Lynn, thank you all so much for being my guests today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you too.
Much.
Yeah, you're all very welcome. Guys, I like to end with one last thing that I want to show, which is the second chance campaign from Perfect 10. Perfect 10. If you missed any of the campaigns, so we're like 3 campaigns, right? Our 3 books are completely done. Everything is done. It's printed. It's done, guys. So this means if you back this campaign, I will ship it out as soon as possible. I can ship it out the same day even, right? So check it out. We have digital editions. We have 3 comics. You can get them in every combination you want, right? If you have the first one, but not the second and the third one, you can get it here. It's top notch. It won awards, guys. If you love superheroes, you love action, you love cool stories, this is your thing. You need it in your collection. Thank you for the support. Awesome. The link is in the description, guys. So check it out. All right, stop the screen. This was my official pitch.
When are you doing American Bliss? When's that coming out? Because I missed the last 2 campaigns on it.
Oh, you missed it? Well, the campaign's closed, sir. So
reopening it.
Yes, I'm in fulfillment right now with American Bliss. So for issue 2, we will bring back the first issue also. So
good. I missed it.
Yes, excellent. All right, guys. Thank you, and special thanks to the chat for everyone who showed up. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
You enjoyed it,
and for the questions and for the interaction. If you like this conversation, please give us a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike, and I'm very sorry. And I will be back next week. Same time, same channel, new guest. Hope to see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.